To the driver's ed guy. My name is Brian, and I will be uploading videos and tips from driver's ed on a weekly basis, and hopefully you'll enjoy what I have to say and be informative and educational at the same time. So, without further ado, let's get into today's topic. One thing I'm asked quite a bit is, how should I handle a stop school bus? Well, first answer is expect the worst. If you expect the worst, you can anticipate things happening, and hopefully they won't happen, but you're prepared. Even though you may not be in the fault, if there was ever a school bus accident, chances are you probably never live with yourself as far as feeling regret and sadness because of the accident that maybe you'd be involved in. So, in my way of looking at it, expect the worst and prepare for everything. Give you a couple quick little stories that has happened to me in the last few weeks and months. One story locally, a school bus driver was he was driving on a busy 4-lane street here in the metropolitan area. Give you an example how big our metropolitan area is, maybe 1.5 to 2 million people. So it could be crowded as well. But this was a morning ride, and he just opened up. He stopped the school bus. It was a 4-lane busy road. It was right at morning rush hour. He stops, lets the kids off the school bus. These were elementary age students. Okay, didn't have the stop sign out. Didn't have any of the red or yellow caution lights that are required to come on. Didn't have the arm that swings out in front. Fortunately, the kids started getting off, and all the traffic stopped. All the traffic saw them and saw what was going on and knew to stop. That could have been a major tragedy. To let 5 or 6 year olds, 7 year olds, 8 years old try to cross a 4-lane busy street during the morning rush hour. So you can imagine the press that this particular bus driver received, and rightfully so. The second happened actually to me and one of my drivers. We were stopped in the neighborhood, and this was in our area. Middle school students get out around 4 p.m. ish, somewhere around there. School bus driver saw us. We were parked on the side of the road. A lot of times when I'm in a car with someone, I'm just chatting with them. We stop the car and chat and kind of tell them stuff they can improve upon and things like that, just kind of help them out. Well, that's exactly what we were doing. We stopped the car, actually turned the car off. We were in a subdivision that rarely has any traffic. So it's really, traffic is non-existent. Well, this school bus driver pulls up right beside us, starts blowing that horn profusely at us, just laying the horn down. And lo and behold, opens the door, and I had previously seen the bus coming, so I instructed my driver to go ahead and turn the car on so that we can get out of the way. That's what I was trying to shoot for. Well, the school bus driver pulled the bus right beside the car, opened the door up, had the lights on, the whole 9 yards, opened the door up, and if the middle school students would have gotten out when she opened the door, they would have been on top of my hood. That's exactly how close that they were. She kept blowing and blowing and blowing and blowing. It scared my driver. My driver at the time, I think he was 16 years old. Yeah, I think he was 16 years old. Got scared and hit the gas instead of the brake. Well, we got out an intersection. Well, by us being at an intersection, I instructed the driver to go ahead and get out of the way. And we did. And she kept the arm up, so we went back and circled back around. She still had the arm down and all the lights on. She was calling the police on us. And I instructed the driver to go ahead and let's just get out of this neighborhood. We went back. I called the DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and told them what happened. And I told them to go ahead and pull the footage on the bus. Well, they did. Long story short, you can't pass a school bus if you're in front of it. Now, all the years that I have been driving, which is quite a number, I've never had that happen. I've never once had that happen. How do you teach that? What do you say to the individual? Okay, so those are just two little quick little stories. So I would prepare for the worst, and hopefully, everything goes smoothly each time. Locally, you get 5 points on your license for passing the school bus, stop school bus. So it's better just to give them plenty of room. Don't be in a big hurry. Don't try to take a chance to get around. Just expect the worst. Sooner or later, the bus will come to a stop. They'll get the students on or off, depending on which way the route is. And then you can maybe make an alternate route, or maybe the school bus will change lanes or something like that to help the flow of traffic. That school bus driver knows that they're blocking traffic, and they'll do everything possible to relieve traffic. Now, keep in mind here, most school buses here in the United States can only go 45 miles an hour. That's at top speed. I've driven school buses before. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Activity buses here, sports activities and things like that, they can go 55 miles per hour. However, it's daunting to try to get around them. Sometimes it's not safe at all. So don't put yourself in that situation. But lastly, let me explain something. If here in North Carolina, in most states as well, all traffic has to stop for a stop school bus, except if it's a divided highway, if it's a 4-lane highway, and has a median or wall or grass or however they distinguish the median, or a 4-lane road that has a center turn lane. A lot of states have the center turn lane, left center turn lanes. That's basically a median. And most people would not be in that turn lane either. So just prepare if it's a 2-lane road, 4-lane road, or a 3-lane, a 2-lane road with a center intersection. Yes, stop. It's the law. Your insurance points would go up. Your premiums would go up. Here in North Carolina, if you had 12 points in 3 years, you get your license suspended. Well, in North Carolina, stop school bus is 5 points. So you're already almost halfway there just in one violation. So hopefully this helps you out. Please subscribe to our channel here if you like content. Also check the little button down at the bottom where the little bell is for notifications, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye from the Driver's Ed Studios, the Driver's Ed guy.